You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for introverts to get more confidence, more importantly, more self-worth, and of course, get more fit. Women are a side benefit. More importantly, I turn nice guys into bad motherfuckers. Let's get into the content. You fucking legend. Sponsored by Brain FM. Real binaural beats that has sleep tracks, meditation tracks, recharge tracks, relaxation tracks, focus tracks, which, by the way, those focus tracks are really fucking good. Man, do I focus when I am writing my blogs, you guys. Okay, let's get into the content. I fucking love it. If you'd sign up right now. You know, here's a big mistake a lot of you guys are making out there. Huge mistake, and I have to point this out to all of you, alright? Especially if you're a nice guy listening to my podcast. Alright? Those of you nice guys listening, this is a mistake you're making because here's how I know this. I made this mistake too, alright? Because I was that fucking wimp, as I said on my episode 10x Your Masculinity. Alright, so that mistake, let's get right to it. Let's fucking get right to it. Is you care to be liked. You care to be liked. You want to be liked. In fact, because you want to be liked, you end up putting people out of your league, and then you fucking try to impress everyone around you. And what happens in result, you guys? You try to impress people, you try to impress anyone, for that matter. And in result, here's what happens, you guys. Here's what happens as a result. You end up just trying to get everyone's approval. Now, I'm going to let all of you know now, okay? Masculinity approves of itself. Masculinity, you guys, I want to say that one more time. Masculinity approves of itself. And one other thing, a lot of you guys are going to have a hard time listening to this part right here. But masculinity is trustworthy. Alright, and I want to have a sit down and have a real conversation with you. Some of you guys, you reach out to me. And you want to work with me. And then the minute I see that appointment come up, you fucking flake. Alright? Now, what does that tell me? You are in your feminine energy. Men that flake are fucking feminine. And I want to say that, look, don't misinterpret me. I am not hating on feminine energy. Okay, I don't want you to misinterpret me. Because a lot of people do misinterpret me. Okay? I am talking about men here. Men. And the carburetor of a man is fucking trustworthy. And he follows through on his fucking commitments. So, if you at all, I want you to hear me right here. If you flake, you are solid in your feminine energy. Solid. Now, again, back to that mistake, you guys. Back to that mistake. Alright? If you are... Now, I went on a tangent, right? If you care to be liked, you're also in your feminine energy too. You're in your feminine energy if you care to be liked. Alright? There's someone running a fucking machine in the background, and it's kind of grinding my gears a little bit. Alright? Now, some of you guys know that I do talk about frame control, but right now, you guys, I'm going to be real with you. Because that might interfere with my fucking podcast background shit, that I'm letting that get into my frame, so I shouldn't really let that get into my frame now, should I? Little teaser there, you guys, to what is a strong frame. A strong frame is you don't let shit into your own reality. You just... You ignore that shit. That's a strong frame. But the whole point here is this, you guys. I want this podcast to go good. And because of that, that machine is annoying the shit out of me. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get back to the fucking point. Now, let's keep fucking going, you guys. Let's keep fucking going. You care to be liked. You care to be fucking liked. And because you care to be liked too much, that right there tells me that you're still that simp, that you know that you could be a bad motherfucker, but you're not. You could be a bad motherfucker, but you're not. Okay? Now, What's the point behind this podcast, you guys? What's the fucking point? The whole point is it is time for each and every one of you to tell you this. Okay, I am literally coming out with another vulnerable share with all of you. I don't care to be liked. Because of that, I'm going to tell you right now. A lot of people, they call me assholes, okay? People have called me an asshole. They've called me emotionally unavailable. They called me fucking... This one chick called me a playboy. Guys, if you read my article called How to Be a Player That Drives Women Wild, that's honestly a funny story. Go ahead and read that. You'll see the story that I came out with, where I basically tell that funny story on how that chick that I knew from college, she called me a playboy. Now, let's get back to the fucking point here, okay? The point here is this. If you care to be liked, you're a fucking simp. And I know you don't want to hear it. Like, you're like, Adam, like, why are you calling me a simp? Why are you calling me feminine? And blah blah this and blah blah that. Guys, guess what? I'm here to get you to see that the little things that you're doing is keeping you in your feminine energy. These are the little things, you guys. For example, you fucking flake on like a fitness consultation. Bro, seriously, I really want to fucking shake you. Like, and I want to say to you right now, if you flake even once to any coaching call, I'm going to let you know right now, most coaches won't put up with that. And they will honestly next your ass. I have no problem doing that. I've dropped a few people because they don't show up. But back to what I was going to say, guys, that vulnerable share, right? That vulnerable share is this. I don't care to be liked. I used to a long time ago, but nowadays, I'd rather be feared than be liked. I'd rather be feared than be liked. Now, you're like, well, Adam, what's your fucking problem? What's your fucking problem? You rather be feared than be liked? What the fuck, Adam? What the fuck? Well, here's the point, you guys. The point is, this is a quality of a fucking cleaner. Okay, there's a book called Relentless by Tim Grover. Relentless by Tim Grover says this: you'd rather be feared than liked. What does that mean, you guys? What does that fucking mean? If you'd rather be feared than liked, guess what, you guys? You leverage the fact that you can be calm in front of other people in like really sticky situations. And they see how non-reactive you are. In essence, that triggers a lot of fucking fear. Because you're that fucking calm. They're wondering, how can you be so fucking calm in these situations? Guess what, you guys? This might sound trippy to some of you. You're like, Adam, wait, should I get policemen to explain themselves to me? No, you guys, I don't fucking want you to do that. But this is true. This is a true story. A long time ago, and I gave him my license, and he went back, and I didn't say a word. I said, officer, you can look at my license, and that's it. And after, okay, so he looked at my license, you guys. He looked at my information, and then he came up to me and he said, You're free to go, man. Just don't do that rolling stop. And that's kind of the whole reason I got pulled over. But the point here is this, you guys, is he looked at me in the eyes, and I felt that uneasiness from him. Now, what does that tell you guys? What does that fucking tell you? Guys, I'm not saying this to brag, so don't misinterpret me. This time, I'm not bragging, okay? I'm really not. But here's what kind of happened. Here's what kind of happened. He realized that I was completely calm, cool, chill, content, relaxed, and I was like, okay, I'll give you my license, officer, and then that's it. He took it back, and I didn't say a word. I didn't fucking play fetch. I didn't explain myself. I didn't prove myself to him. I just looked at him calmly, and I gave him my license, and he said, take a look, officer. And then I waited, and then he came back. He said, you're good to go, man. Just don't do that rolling stop. And that's it. So, guys, what's the point behind this podcast? What is the fucking point? I told that story about that, but the point behind this podcast is you care to be liked too much. You care to be liked too much. And what does that do when you care to be liked? When you care to be liked, you essentially show people that you're still that simp. Okay? You're still that fucking simp. Again, if you want to become more masculine and become that bad motherfucker, as I always say, I would encourage you to basically get my book. 77 ways to develop a masculine mindset. But, oh, here we go again, Adam, you're plugging your book again. You know what? I don't give a fuck. Guys, I talk about developing your dark side. Now, when I say develop your dark side, I don't mean you become a fucking criminal. What I mean is you just discover every side to yourself. What is that called? Self-discovery. If you heard my podcast, Conquer Your Fears Fast, with Brett Backerman, right? He calls it shadow work. Guys, the cleaner's mindset I touch upon in 77 ways to develop a masculine mindset. If you want to have the cleaner's mindset, here's what I suggest you to consider. You'd rather be feared than liked. You'd rather be feared than liked. So, some people, right? They often say, Adam, you're kind of like this dick, right? Because you said on your podcast, Skyrocketing Productivity, that you refer people who don't work out as casualties. You guys, I'm going to tell you one more time. The people that literally act helpless are casualties. And what do I mean by that statement? I mean, they literally act like they are helpless and they can't go to the gym because they have crappy genetics. Let me tell you guys something. I've seen some amazing transformations where people thought that it was genetics, right? That they could not lose weight and they still lost weight. So what happens in fitness, you guys? Even in fitness too. In the fitness scene, often you tend to assume in your own mind that this shit is genetics and I can't lose that weight. Guess what, guys? That is, again, a limiting belief. Now, there are limiting beliefs in fitness, right? You basically assume that, oh, this is genetics, I'm going to look like this forever, and I'm stuck with this for the rest of my life. Guys, on some instance, if you have certain like thyroid problems, that's the rare instance where I guess, yes, it's going to be harder for you. I'm not at all singling any of you out that have a problem losing weight. Okay? Here's who I'm singling out. I'm singling out those people out there that basically assume that their weight is from genetics when they know that they can be literally doing something better with their time. And they can be working out and they can be getting out of their head and out of their own way, and they can go to the gym and just do some freaking jump rope. Okay, guys, jump rope is much better than fucking the treadmill. All right, this is much better than the fucking treadmill. Now, I want to really wrap up this podcast. Stop caring to be liked. Okay? In fact, that's the biggest mistake that all nice guys make, is they care to be liked. I don't care to be liked, you guys. I've heard these labels. Asshole. Fucking playboy. Guys, honestly, I take that shit as a compliment, but whatever. I've been called a dick. But here's the thing, you guys. I'm willing to take that label. Why am I willing to take that label? Because I'm getting you to see in today's day and age that nowadays, guys are too fucking nice. And you, my friend, you've got to develop your dark side. Now, that's the end of my podcast for today. Get my book in the show notes, and you will develop your dark side. Peace out, you guys. I know you're like, oh, Adam, plug in your book again. I don't give a fuck. Grab it. You know, I want to shout out Donovan right now because he is a legend. He got my book, and I appreciate you, Donovan. All right, peace out, you guys. So, how much did you increase your bench? From what weight to what weight?
Just now or just in general?
Just in general.
40 to 195 pounds.
There you go. And how long has it been since we did that? Just now.
The 40 pounds?
Yeah.
11 months.
Wow, dude. And so, for me helping you with that, how do you feel after doing that?
I feel great. You know, I think I can get 205 by April 11th. That's my goal. And I want to be able to get 225 by June.
225.
On incline. I want to be able to get on 225 on flat. I want to get it by the end of this month.
Sick, bro. Sick. Now, do you want me to help you with that or what?
I can try to go for 215 or 220.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that here in a couple minutes.
Sure.
And yeah.
Awesome.